run into him. Oh no, the body block's coming in. The stun is out. MSS right on top of him, but they're able to catch him. Force back. I don't think it's still going to be enough. With MSS having that iron shell on him, tries to go for the deny, but
I've never been to TI, so never been invited either. So it's a good feeling, kind of a relief after playing the season that we get to make it. And we didn't have to play the qualifier. We would play the qualifier anyways if we had to, but just getting invited is a lot more chill.
So we'll see if they might actually just get this kill.
Oh
Moon in trouble, and he's gonna fall.
So like when we qualified, it was at the major when we needed to beat one team in the upper bracket to qualify. So it wasn't more like since we were playing a tournament, it wasn't that impactful to me. It wasn't like a winning a qualifier or something. Like we were still in the tournament. It felt good to just know that you're qualified and you're going. It's more like a sense of relief than it is of it feels good to know that you're not. I mean, it's not that it doesn't feel good. It just feels good knowing that you made it and you're not gonna not fail again or something. Yeah, it's kind of that's like what I felt the most. So, and it's of course it's nice since I've been so close so many times and finally made it now.
Here either, I don't think. Yeah. In fact, Quinn is the one that's being caught here for a moment. A lot of damage out onto him.
This team has never played I'd never played like LAN together, right? Like our first LAN was the Singapore Major, and we played with the stand-in. So the second major was our first LAN together as a team. And I also think EG is just a more experienced team. It's hard. It's kind of unfair to compare us to them when they have players that have played multiple TIs. Like I haven't played any TI. They've been playing together for a while, and I'm sure they replace one player here or there, but I think it's just an unfair comparison. I think they're just a different type of team. I also don't think, our results haven't been the greatest. They haven't been the worst either. Like we haven't just gone to the major and gotten last every time. So we're not getting to the final, but I think we're not failing like crazy. We're not getting to the games and we're just losing 2-0. Like we're taking games off teams and we're close to like the win, but we can't close it out sometimes. It just it's a work in progress.
Terrorblade and Wraith King, that's making a lot of the difference at the moment.
Right.
But they're on the Terrorblade.
Can they kill him?
I think we're a team that we play for the early game, and when we get to late game, like our draft just doesn't favor us. So people might think that we're just like straight up bad late game, but we play for early game, and then when we get to late game, it doesn't look that good because most of our heroes are just like our strats are just not that effective.
Turning ulti gonna be popped afterwards. MSS already going down. Saberlight barely able to live through this one as Bryle.
I mean, I think it's bad not having as much competitive teams, but I don't think there's anything we can do about it, right? Just have to accept the way it is. Like if there were more teams, it would be better for us. We could get more practice and it will be more competitive. Probably become better, but it is what it is.
Saberlight gets hit. Has the hoof stomp afterwards, trying to bring him down. The bushwhack afterwards. Bryle's gonna die.
I'm not entirely sure yet because it's a little bit far away. So like we're talking about some stuff, but it's not entirely preset. So that we'll figure it out when we're there too. I think it's hard to just define like what we're going to do before we do anything. I think it's just a work in progress. We need to wait until we get to the boot camp and see like some mistakes or how the meta evolves, if there's going to be a patch or not.
For Thunder, BKB afterwards from Quinn though has to for the play on the Moon.
What a snipe.
Oh my.
I joined this team because of the pandemic. I was on NIP before and the pandemic started, and then I came back to Brazil, stayed here, and then the team kind of ended because I couldn't go back to Europe. And then I ended up joining this team. And then we just played the regional tournaments that were happening. The pandemic was kind of good for us in a way that it helped us to play together and keep going. And like we won a bunch of tournaments together, so that was really nice. I mean, the pandemic happened for everybody, right? I don't think it was that bad for us. Kind of sucks that TI got delayed for a year, but it got delayed for everybody, right? There's not much you can do, and I think we were in a we were fine, like in the position we were. Like we were winning almost every tournament in NA. So I don't think we can complain about anything. The only thing that was kind of not ideal was not going to lands, right? But nobody was going anyways.
But they're already dead on Saberlight. They
No
drop
way.
on Tomato. Oh, take a knee, peasant. Everybody else trying to.
I think the bad side is kind of the obvious one, right? It's like you don't play against other regions. It's hard to evaluate how good your region is compared to others, and you get isolated in the region where like ideas don't flow in between regions, so you're kind of stuck with a meta in your region. That's like kind of the obvious one. Like that's bad. I mean, the good side, I would say that you get to stay home. I don't know. I don't like see a really good side of it because most of it is not very good, right? Tournament prize pools are smaller. You don't play against the better team, so you're not improving that much. So a good side is like you get to stay home if that's even good, right? Some people don't even like that, but I don't see a super positive side to it, honestly.
Come on,
Get the
Viper.
Doom onto
Oh,
Quinn,
yes.
trying to bring him down.
Does have Aegis though.
Running, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna end up mattering. All right, Tuba's gonna get the.
I mean, I think it's hurt us as much as it's hurt everybody else. I don't think it's like something specific bad that happened to us. It's more like something that's bad that's happening to everybody. So, and I think we've improved a lot. Like, I think we try really hard. So, I don't think it's been such of a big problem for us. Like, we watch replays of other regions. We try to extract as much as we can, and like everybody has this problem, right? So I don't think it's something specific to us.
Has to sunder the illusion of himself, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Tomato going to drop. Can they get the kill onto Quinn at the very least?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I think each team is their own thing. I think the only teams that are kind of similar are like the Chinese teams. I think the European teams are all like very different from one another. I also think like us and EG we're pretty different too. I think us and EG we're not that different, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I think each team is just very different in a unique way, and it's hard to just say that this region does this region does that, and I'm not so sure. Like if I can actually give you a straightforward answer like that.
On the Doom, trying to stop this absolute destruction, but you can't stop the King. Doom
playing with the stand-in, like I'm laning with the stand-in, so I'm not like used to playing with them, and communication's not that good. So that tournament was kind of rough for me. Like we were gonna play with Milan, then Milan couldn't go, then we were gonna play someone else, then we ended up playing with Paulson, which he's a good player, not to take away from him, but it's just not the same as playing with someone like you practice with and you know what's gonna happen and stuff. Like it's just not the same. So I think my performance kind of got hurt a little bit about that too. I think Mojo not going to Singapore also made like our drafting kind of more confusing because he would help Avery a lot with that, and we kind of had to step up and help Avery, like SVG, do all the draft stuff. And I think also my gameplay took a toll for that. I think at the Animajor is a little bit better, but it wasn't amazing either. I don't say I played incredibly well at these majors. Probably could have played better.
I wasn't watching it because I sort of expected this lane to be more of a watch out ball lane.
down there trying to take.
I think the biggest takeaway is that like we can win. Like it's not some parallel universe that we will only win if everything goes our way. So we're a good team and we should believe in ourselves. And we can win. It's not something that's just impossible. I think that's the biggest takeaway for me, at least. Like we can win. It's not some insane 1v9 thing. It's like we just play our game. We do everything right. Like we can win. These teams they're good, but we're good too in our own way. So we can win. I would say that.
Stun now. On to Envy. He's in some trouble. He might just be dead. The banish, the turnaround. Yamsun missing.
So the idea is that nobody wanted to sponsor us during the pandemic and during the whole year. So we're not just gonna sell our souls for some TI sponsor, since nobody wanted to do it before. So why would we get it now, right? So we're just gonna do our own thing and take pride in our achievements during the year, and we're gonna go to TI as we did the whole year, and we're gonna be us. We're not gonna just change our name for some quick sponsor that comes in and just wants to buy us out. That's kind of the idea.
They don't have enough for the kill, and they might lose more. Look at all this regen coming in from Zero as they chase him down. Less loud.
So like everybody that's on this team has played TI, right? So it's not like people are like starving or something. Pretty sure people have they have money. Like we're not getting paid, but it's not like we're running low on resources or something. And we won a lot of like small tournaments. We won every tournament we played, like the small tournaments, except like one that we got second. So that like also helped a lot. It's almost as like we had a salary if you actually look at the prize pools of those tournaments, since we won like almost all of them. So that helped a lot too.
The final couple right clicks there with the DD to get the kill, and now looking for more. They found you are. He's in trouble as well. And
I would say that I'm a little bit less selfish of a player. I think a lot about my teammates' game more than I think about my own game. I'm not sure how good that is though. Sometimes it's not that good, but I think out of the game I'm not sure. I don't feel like I've changed that much. I feel like I'm kind of like the same.
It's not enough. They bought back on the Oracle. Jube's here, still has that ulti. If they need to use it, throws it now onto.
So when I played for those teams, I think I was on like a different. It depends a lot on the chapter I was like in my career. So when I played on Pain, it was after I played on Flying Penguins, and on Flying Penguins I learned a lot from like Envy and from the other players on that team. And at that time I thought of myself as someone that was just learning from these players that wasn't as good as them. And on Pain I was putting the things that I learned into practice since I took on the captain role. And it worked. Like we won like the qualifiers and stuff twice. We didn't make it to TI. Like we lost the Beast Coast that TI, like the qualifier, but most of it worked, and it confirmed that a lot of the things I thought were correct were correct. And then when I played on NIP, it was also another phase where like I'm playing with people that won TI, right? Play with PPD, play with Universe. I'm confirming a lot of things that I thought were correct and they were accurate about the game at that time, just to make sure like my knowledge was correct. Like I'm learning from them, making sure that the way I think about the game was correct. And now it's more like I've already consolidated my floor is already consolidated, so I'm already building on it and just getting better and better and better. So it's there are different chapters of my evolution as a player. Like now I think I'm getting better individually instead of confirming things that I was in doubt whether were good or bad.
Oracle ulti on cooldown for 40 more seconds. Instant Roche respawn. It's a refresher, but gonna be dangerous. Let's see if he.
I think PVD is more. He's more like black and white. It's either something's good or it's not. And I think Avery is more flexible, where something might be good for the situation, might be good for others. I think PVD is just more straightforward, and he's more like yes or no, and Avery is more like it can maybe work, maybe not. It's a more open thing. I think both can work. I think it depends a lot on how the team environment is, and if the team needs someone to say that this is straight up bad or if it's not good. I think it depends a lot on how the team works. I think both can work fine. It just depends a lot of what the team needs. If the team needs someone that just says no, or the team needs someone to work out ideas and be flexible. I think both can work.
Do anything else to stop the bleeding. I feel like all their damage is gone. Now they do have Quinn alive for a little bit while long.
So I think the meta. I think heroes got buffed and nerfed a lot, and it always comes like to lands, and then people come back like some heroes like Terrorblade. Like this axe thing kind of came out of nowhere. I guess Zayt did the Manta thing, and then LG played a carry, which was like a meta evolution thing. Like now I think the meta got kind of stagnated because there are not going to be any tournaments for a while. So it's hard to tell what exactly is good or not when teams are not showing. But I think the meta always evolves a lot, but when it comes to tournaments, it always comes back to like some signature heroes. Like Terrorblade's like one of the most picked heroes like in tournaments because the hero does so much with the patch, I'm not exactly sure what he's gonna change. If he's gonna be a big patch, he's gonna change the map. I just want him to surprise me, you know. Maybe nerf the really really broken heroes like TA, Nyx, Wyvern, like these heroes just in every pub. So he can nerf them and buff some other heroes that haven't been picked.
Radiant base.
Oh god, they got to deal with this one. Yuara's back there to push it out, and you can see.
I don't really have expectations when I go into the tournament. I just go and I play. So I think having expectations can be really really bad sometimes when you expect to do really well and then you do really bad and then you get really sad. So I don't really have expectations anymore. Anything that comes to me is a win. Doesn't matter if I get last, if I get first. Of course, it'll be a little bit disappointing if we do bad. Like we get, I don't know, we don't get like a top 8 or something. It'll be disappointing, but it is what it is. Just going to TI is just a really big accomplishment for me, at least.
The greatest neutral live in the history of Dota, and they don't manage to get the throne. Less loud.
Shout out to all my fans that follow me. I've been supporting me since forever. So I've always been someone that's streamed a lot. Everybody just shows a lot of support on stream. Everybody that messages me, maybe I don't reply to everything, but you know, that message, that support message, it means a lot. So yeah, shout out to all my fans, and hopefully we have a good TI run so I can make everybody proud.